more deep breath in down dog. On your next inhale, pull the lower abs in and help yourself to roll forward into high plank. Really initiate that movement from the lower abs. Find yourself in your plank. Drop the knees down if you need support. And then glance down at the hands. Make sure that your middle finger is facing straight ahead. The pit of the elbow is facing straight ahead. And you're pressing down through the thumb and the index finger. We'll take one more inhale, reaching the crown of the head and heels in opposite directions. Next exhale, hug the elbows into the sides of the body. Take that slow chaturanga down. Inhale, lift up into cobra, keeping those arms in tight. Still pressing down through the inner edges of the hands. On your exhale, release down. Nice deep breath in between. This time we'll take our inhale, roll up into a low cobra. We're going to bend the right knee. Spread the right toes out, reaching the right toes like you want to touch the back of your head. Now make sure that that feeling of trying to touch the foot and the head together doesn't make you push yourself too far into your back bend. Still being gentle on the lower back. On your exhale, release down, roll down onto the mat. Maybe wiggling the hips from side to side, make sure the lower back is still loose. On our next inhale, we'll lift the chest up, keeping your eye gaze low so we're not straining or crunching through the back of the neck. Use your exhale to bend the left knee and spread the toes out. One more inhale, drawing the elbows in. Exhale, lower down, lengthen the left leg. Now preparing to bring yourself back up into table, press down through the index finger and the thumb. Slide the arms right past the rib cage as you inhale to come up. Exhale, get nice and long, send the hips back into child's pose. Inhale, pull yourself forward, find your table, curl the toes underneath, exhale yourself back into down dog. On our next inhale, let's step the left foot up in between the hands, because I realize that I've made you all imbalanced. Take an exhale, drop the right knee down. On your exhale, come back into half Hanumanasana on the left side. Working with your breath, getting into that nice tight hamstring, letting it loosen slowly. Pressing the hips forward, lifting up through the fingertips. Dropping the palms down. Curl the right toes underneath. Lift the right knee up. On your exhale, send the left foot back into down dog. So now we're even. Okay, so next round, we're going to start on the left side anyway. We'll start out with our inhale. Left leg comes up into dog split. Exhale, sink the right heel down. Checking the hips. Hips and shoulders, both even, just like we do in our balancing table. Same thing here, keeping that nice alignment. On On your next exhale, draw the lower belly in. Use that to step the left foot up in between the hands, going into high lunge. So we're going to exhale, bend into the left knee, sink the hips nice and low, and then inhale, pull the hips back, fold your head towards your shin. Exhale, sink the hips down, bend the left knee. Inhale, pull the left leg back. Pull back through the left side of the hip so you can feel that length on the outer left thigh. One more time like that. Exhale, sink the hips, left knee bends. Inhale, pull back, nice long left leg. This is like a version of pyramid pose, but we have the back heel up, so we're not quite 100% pyramid. Okay, on your next exhale, press the hips down, left knee bends. Get nice and light through the right foot. Shift your weight forward onto the left leg. Inhale, step yourself up, fold the right foot in. Exhale, fold over the legs. Forward fold. Let's come through chair pose on our way up into mountain. We'll use our exhale to sink the hips. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, scoop the lower belly. Feel that weight back in the heels. Make sure that the toes can wiggle. On your exhale, hands come down to the heart. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. On your exhale, to the right side, taking either hands to the shoulder or prayer twist. Left elbow to the outer right knee. So working on scooping the lower belly in wherever you're at in your twist. Inhale, coming back up to center, pulling the hands into your heart. Exhale, dive over the legs. If you feel any tension in the upper body, shake out the arms, shake out the head. All right, over to the other side. Our next exhale, we sink our hips down. Inhale, arms sweep up to the ears. Exhale, deepen and scoop the lower belly. Drawing the hands down into the heart. Inhale, find your length through the center. On your exhale, take your twist to the left shoulder or right elbow to the outer left knee. Feeling that intention to deepen your twist, trying to draw the thumbs and the sternum together. And especially if you are down in the twisted prayer, check the knees. Make sure that your kneecaps are still even. There's a tendency for the right knee to shift forward on this side. We want to keep the knees lined up because that lets us know that our hips are still lined up. And your next inhale, come back up to center. Hands to the heart. Exhale, dive over the legs. Inhale, come halfway up. Find that flat back and just a little lift in the upper back. A little extra softness through the belly. On your exhale, fold over the legs. Soften the knees, pull the legs together. Use your inhale, sweep all the way up to mountain. Exhale, hands to the heart. Deep breath in your mountain. Letting any tension drain out of the shoulders and the neck. Let's take an exhale, release the arms. Stick the feet nice and wide. The nice thing is that we have carpet in here, so you know you're going to get a little bit of traction. And starting out with the toes facing toward the front of the room, we'll take our exhale, extra focus in releasing the shoulders and the neck here. Just letting gravity pull you down toward the floor. And then see if you want to play around with the amount of distance between the feet. You might feel like you have a little bit more flexibility available. You can heel-toe the feet farther apart. If you feel like you're getting a little bit too intense of a stretch in the inner hip and inner thigh, up into the groin, then you want to heel-toe your feet closer. Let's take an inhale from halfway up. Bring the hands onto the outer hips, and then inhale yourself the rest of the way up. So now we're going to come into goddess pose. So we want to pull the heels in a little bit closer, angle the toes out to the sides, and probably take a little shorter stance too. On your exhale, sink your hips down nice and low, and then take a look at your knees. So make sure that the knees are still directly over the ankles. If we take the legs too wide, what's going to happen is the knees are going to collapse in. So just be really mindful of that. Feel that exhale. Sinking the tailbone straight down. Draw the lower belly in. Keep that length in your lower back. Take an exhale. Draw the hands into our heart. Every exhale, hips get heavier. Sinking down. On your inhale, sweep your arms up. Exhale, sink down. Now this time we'll inhale, reach out through the fingertips. On your exhale, angle yourself over to the right. So it's up to you. You can either hover here and really feel that intense contraction through the left oblique. If you want a little support, drop the arm down. Make sure that your lower back is okay. Now take a glance over at the left knee. Make sure that's not starting to roll in. Inhale, come back up to center. Exhale, deepen. And then inhale, straight. Take an exhale, drop the hands down to your heart. Then fold over your legs. On your next inhale, come halfway up. Find some length through the spine. Bring the hands onto the hips. Inhale yourself the rest of the way up. So the bad news is we have to do the other side. So angle your toes out to the sides. Draw the heels in a bit. Take your exhale. Drop down into goddess. Sometimes it's pose called horse. Take our exhale. Draw the hands in. Exhale. Deepen through the hips. On your inhale, arms sweep up. Nice and long on your inhale. Exhale, angle yourself over to the left, and then either hover here, or you can drop the left forearm onto the left thigh. And glance over at the knees. Make sure that they're still rolling out to the sides. Inhale, pull yourself back up to center. Lift yourself straight up, pull the toes in, exhale, fold into the legs. On your next inhale, bring yourself halfway up. We'll take the hands to the outer hips. Inhale all the way back up to standing. Now, stepping the feet together, we'll come right up to the top of the mat. Bringing the hands into the heart, finding mountain.